Hello, we are a bunch of seniors from FD. We started the stock market game, and we don't have a lot of previous experience. I think I did it last year, but we didn't really do so well.
So in the first few weeks of the stock market game, we started off with 100,000 in our account, and in the first 1 or 2 weeks, we invested around $10,000 to $15,000 in stocks. We invested in companies such as Apple, Yahoo, Boeing, and even Tesla, so that we can start off somewhere.
And we even invested in some penny stocks like Twitter and Raytheon.
So we basically, how we made profit was we bought low and we sold high. Basically, that's all we did, and that's how we made profit.
Yeah, so like one of the biggest things is to realize when it's the right time to buy. Usually you just buy anything at any time, but you have to actually dive deep into the history of these stocks and tell when these companies are at their low points.
Research is also important, so researching the companies that you're going to invest on. So if it's going down, then you'll probably try to invest it when it's really low, but if it's rising, then it's probably not a good idea to invest. Gotta have a lot of patience.
You have to have a lot of patience. Stocks don't jump massive gains overnight. It's just monitoring. It's a big part of it, because if you don't monitor it, you won't know when to sell. One of our biggest starting points is that we bought and sold a lot in the beginning. That might not have been the best thing to do, but it allowed us to get a feel for the game.
So the lower you invest, and then it'll just build up, and then by the time you're ready to sell, you'll make a big profit out of it.
So one of the things about the stock market game is that it counts the percentage of equity gained, which is how much the stock has grown during the time you've held it. So during the second half of our stock market game, we decided to give this a try. We bought a whole bunch of stocks that were really low, and then we let those stocks grow. Over time, the money that those stocks had gained was bringing us higher in the rankings, so we decided just to leave it. And a few days before the stock market end, we bought a whole bunch of other stocks that would help, raise a little bit more equity to help try to push us to the top.
The most frustrating part was probably when we had a low balance, but then we figured out just as the more and more we invest, it would grow eventually.
We're living on Guam. We're in a different time zone than New York. So for us, the stock market opens around 12 o'clock. So I mean, it's really hard to synchronize your time of life, with the stock market. But it's what you gotta do to win. So this year we came in second place. I think a lot of the knowledge I gained last year helped us as a group this time. So in total, out of all weeks, we invested around 38,000. We sold some and we let some of it grow until we had around a 5% gain.
Yeah, and in the end, we got a total of 105K, so $5,000 in profit.
Hey, I'm the cameraman.
You started.
Just trim out
The top.